Welcome back once again to Jack's Tech Corner. And in this episode, as I'm sure that's what brought you here as the title, we're going to get our first look at PowerPoint, and this is in Office 2013. Now, I can tell you when you first install Office 2013, it's going to ask you for your basically Hotmail account or Outlook.com account. And what it's asking you for that for is to allow you to use what's called SkyDrive. Now, if you're not familiar with SkyDrive, you may be familiar with some of the other companies, I guess, competing companies. And some of those are Dropbox or Google Drive, or some people refer to it as G Drive. What it allows you to do is store your files in the cloud. Now, why is that important? A lot of people say, well, maybe it's not secure. There could be a lot of issues around that. But it's important because as you're working on a document, we no longer need thumb drives. Thumb drives are becoming a thing of the past. You know, you don't have to connect something to your computer. You don't have to worry about carrying it. Often mine is left on a counter, and I don't have that thumb drive with me when I want to work on a presentation or a Word document or an Excel spreadsheet. That's where SkyDrive is so nice, and it's so integrated in Office 2013, you just can't even imagine it. Now, you can also sign up for their Office Online or Office 365. What that allows you to do is if you do not have Microsoft Office loaded on a particular computer, either a Mac, Linux, which there's no Office for Linux, or if you're using a Windows computer and there's just not Microsoft Office on it, you have the option to work on your presentation, your spreadsheet, or your Word document within the browser. And it works very, very well. It's very intuitive, and it's very clean looking. But what I'm going to show you today is a first look here, as I said, at PowerPoint 2013. When you first launch the application, this is what you see right here in front of you on the screen here. And what this is, it's telling you to pick a theme. Now, what's nice about this, you look at these and you say, well, these are limited, and this isn't really what I want to do, and this is what I don't want to work on any of these themes, and you don't want to create your own because that takes quite an amount of time. What we're going to do then is, it says on top here, search for online templates and themes. Now, a theme is basically anything you can think of. I do a lot of, my main presentations that I create are for budgetary processes, so I look for budget themes, and I'm in the computer industry naturally, so I look for computer generated themes, something around a computer, or education. So let's say you're an educator and you're looking for a theme here for education. Let's go in here and just type in education. And simply hit your enter key. And what it's doing right now, first of all, make sure you have a connection to the internet. If you're working in a coffee shop, make sure you're on their wireless. Or if you're working in a hotel room, make sure you're on their wireless. You get the idea. Obviously, if you're not on the internet, it can't go online. And we've had a lot of discrepancies in our education facility where we've had teachers trying to find a nice PowerPoint presentation and they can't find the templates, and we find that they in fact were not authenticated on our web filter and they're not online. So you have to be online to do this. Okay, at this point, once you get up to this point and you say you find a theme you want, all you got to do is click on the theme and you will simply click on Create. When you click on Create, it's going to download that theme to your computer so you can use it. Okay. Once it downloads it to your computer, you will have it permanently on there that you can reuse it later on, or again, you can go out and look for more themes. Let's close this. And we're going to go back to New here. We're going to go Home. And you can see, if you go back home, you can see that you downloaded the theme. The theme will be in your layouts here. This is a particular one I clicked on earlier, so we're going to open this one up. And you simply click on Create. Once you click on Create, it's going to lay out all your different slides here. Now, what I don't like about this, it should lay the slides out as blank, which some of them are, but you can see some of them have some basic stuff on them already. If you don't want that stuff, that's okay, because all we got to do is we can right-click on the actual slide itself, and you can go down here to delete the slide. We're going to do this one, and I found that you can hold the shift key down and select multiple slides and right click and hit delete, and it will delete all the slides together. Now if you want to create a new slide, let's go to the top slide and right click again, and we'll go to new slide. So this is our new slide, and if you used PowerPoint before, it's going to be very natural to you to use 2013 because everything is where it should be and everything works the way it should be working. Now if you're coming from Office 2003 to Office 2013, I'm sorry, because you're a little bit further back than where you should be, because in Office 2007, they brought out the new ribbon bar up here on top. Now in 2003 you didn't see that. So if you just upgraded, you're saying, wow, what is this bar? Why is that up there? And we will get into that in some future shows here that I'm going to do, some future lessons, and we'll talk about that ribbon bar and how that works. Once you get used to it, it becomes very intuitive into your workflow, and you're going to really enjoy it. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to, now we don't really like this particular slide, so we want to go up to layout, and we're going to pick a different layout because maybe that layout didn't work for you. So let's click title only. Now we can click here, we can put our title in. This is PowerPoint, obviously. Once you have that title in, you can highlight that title, and then you get this little pop-up menu. You also did not have this in 2003. This is a little sub-menu that kind of does some basic things for you, so you don't have to go looking around the program to find this stuff. Such as if we want to raise the font size. And it also has active fonts. And what that means is, as I'm moving the mouse, you can see the font get bigger. What I didn't like about 2003 is you'd have to highlight it, change the font, look at it, highlight it, change the font, look at it to get that set in. It's nice now that we have this live view, because as we're moving around here, we can see exactly how big this is going to be. And we're going to make it about 72 points. You can also change the color. You can see here, you can change the color of that text. And again, it works very well because we can see it as it's happening. Let's just take that blue color. You can make it bold or not. We have italic and not, and underlined and not underlined. So it's totally up to you. You can also change the font, which this again, you will see it as a live view. And I kind of like that. Then we'll click OK. So very simply, we created that title on our slide, and we was able to see it in live view. We was able to see it change. We picked our font, and it looks really nice. We said, well, that is what we want. So that's really good to have that. The next thing we're going to look at here is inserting. So this is where the ribbon bar comes in a little handy, because now if we go up here, we say, well, we want to insert something. And you remember the pull down menus in 2003. Again, from 7 up, this is what we've had. Let's click on insert, and now there's all different things here we can insert. Let's go with an online picture. So we're going to insert an online picture, and it's going to ask us where do we want to search from. Now again, there's ClipArt online, and there's a Bing search right here. You can also insert from Facebook post if you've had something in Facebook, or from Flickr, which is very nice. Let's say that we want to search for, I don't know, computers. And then we simply click on the little search box here, and it's going to search out for computers online. Remember, folks, how long this used to take us, this process. I know I've done it. I went to Google Images, and I'll find the image I want. I have to save it as a JPEG, then I have to import the picture. This takes all that away from that. This is very easy to do, and we just search through here. We're looking for computers. We say, oh, I like that picture. We're going to click on this picture here and insert. What it's doing now, it's actually downloading that file, and it inserts it right into our PowerPoint presentation. Again, very easy to do. It takes so little bit of time to do this. And what happens is, once that happens, look at the top. Automatically the format box came up for picture tools. So we can come through here and we can change the way that picture looks. Again, this is very easy to use. We're going to look here and say, oh, that's a really nice way to look at it. Then we just drag it down a little bit and we put it to where we want to have it. And then we click on the little slide there. And now we have that picture actually on our presentation. And it's downloaded. Now what does that mean? That means it's downloaded. That means when we save it, we put it on our thumb drive, everything will be there. It's not pointing out online. That's what I'm saying. It's not making a link to the online. So if you show this, a lot of people would do that in PowerPoint. I've seen so many people present and a link won't work because they don't have an internet connection. And that is an issue. Sometimes in a school setting, you may have a web filter and the student puts a picture on and says, hey, that picture was going out to some site that's blocked by our web filter, and it wouldn't work. But this picture is downloaded and it's in your slide. So the next slide, you do the same thing. You click here, you say, well, I don't really like that layout, so I'm going to change my layout, and we're going to change it to something different. Maybe we'll just start with a blank slide. And again, you want to insert something. And we'll talk about a lot of this stuff later on too, about being able to insert stuff from Excel or Word, because all these programs mash really, really well together. Okay, so now I want to show you that you can actually put a screenshot into your presentation. Why is that important? Let's say, for instance, if you have a classroom that you're teaching something to and you want to show them a screenshot, then it's very easy to do this. Just by simply, let me open up another program here that we can use. And we'll open up Internet Explorer just because we have it here. Alright, there's our Internet Explorer. We're going to make it in a window here. And let's say I wanted to screen shoot this particular window. So I'm in my presentation and I'm on my slide. I say I want to do a screenshot. And there's an available window right there to screen shoot because it's the one that's open. Or we can do a screen clipping. Let me show you a screen clipping. Screen clipping is just that. We just click and we just make a clip of the screen that you want to use. Leave it go. And it goes right into your PowerPoint presentation. Again, very easy. And the screen clipping, the first time I've seen this is in Office 2013. So it's one of those new little features that is going to save you a ton of time. It's so important to be able to do this stuff and use these screen clippings. And again, on these other slides here, if you look down through here, we're just going to highlight all these and we're just going to delete these. And then once you have that done, it's very easy to show your slideshow. You just click up here on the top and you can see the slideshow. You hit your space bar and it's going to go through and do just what you think it should do. Very easy. Hit the escape button. You're back out into your slideshow so you can work on more slides. So again, that's just a very quick overview of how easy it is to use some of the features in PowerPoint 2013. Again, I'm hoping to create more videos for you to show you. And is it a worthwhile upgrade? I would say it is. And unless you have Office, if you have Office 2007 or 2010, then maybe and maybe not. But in Office 2013, it's really nice to be able to put your PowerPoint slide together. Now, I did mention at the very beginning, and I wanted to show you this. I wanted to show you this, how to save to SkyDrive. So if we click on File and Save As, it's going to ask us where do we want to save it at. We're going to save it in the SkyDrive. All right. Here's my SkyDrive folder. Click on Browse. And that's going to open up our SkyDrive. There we go. And in our SkyDrive, we have different things here, documentations, documents, favorites. We have different things in our SkyDrive. I'm going to open up that, and we're going to just create a folder just like you normally would, right? PowerPoint. Enter. We'll open this up, and we'll just say class layout. Just like so. And we'll click on Save. Alright, once we save that, now it's saved into the cloud, right? It's not saved on the computer at all. It's saved into the cloud, which is good. Again, as I said, if you have an internet connection, this is wonderful. If not, you may want to save a copy of this on your actual computer also, if you wish to do that. But if we open up our SkyDrive, I'm going to come back here. Now I'm on the website. This is a website. We're going to go to Files. And under Documents now, there's Word. And there's PowerPoint right there. So this is the folder I just created, PowerPoint. If I click on that, you can see it says class layout, and I can open that up. And sure enough, I can now show my PowerPoint presentation right in my web browser. What is also nice about this, folks, it's a very nice feature, is we can share this. We can send the link out, so you can click on share, and we can email it to somebody if we want to email it to it. We can post it to Facebook, or we can get a link. And this link is either view only, view and edit, or a public link. So there's your choices. And if you create this, and let's say you're showing it to a client, you're going to email or send an email and say, here's a link to my PowerPoint presentation, and then actually post it to a website so they can get to it and see it. Why don't you close that out? So there you go. Again, they can start the slideshow, and they're going to open it up. It's going to open up the PowerPoint web app, and they can come in here, and there's a little bar down here that they can just click on the buttons, and they can go back and forth and show your slideshow. So there you go. So it used to be we'd have to save the slideshow out. I'd have to create a website or save it as JPEG files and put it on a web page or a blog. That's a lot of work. This has made it so simple and so easy. Pointing and clicking is very intuitive, and it's very, very easy to do. So there you go. We're going to close this out. So I hope that helped you today a little bit with PowerPoint 2013. And again, we're going to create more of these videos to help you along with PowerPoint and show you some of the big features that people are missing. And I hope to also be able to teach a little bit about presentations. If you're not a big presenter, so many people make the big mistake, and I'll tell you right now, one thing we're going to look at is don't make your folks seem like they're not as educated as they are when you're presenting. And what I mean by that is don't put a bunch of words on a slide and read verbatim word for word, because people can read your slide. And that, to me, that's an overbearing slide. This slide would be perfect. Maybe I'm talking about a computer, laptop, and a cell phone to a client, and how we can get them to communicate together. But I'm not going to put all that on the slide. I'm just going to give them a visual that they can see, and then we'll talk about notes and how that works, and show you how you can also do some presentation, which is really nice to present using dual monitors. So if you're using a laptop and you put this up on a screen, it is amazing what they've done with that, and I think you'll be very interested in it. So once again, thank you for watching this video here on Jack's Tech Corner. I appreciate you stopping by. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube videos, by all means, click the subscribe button and follow along with me as I create more and more PowerPoint presentations. And using PowerPoint, we'll also be looking at Word 2013, and we'll be playing a little bit in Excel at some point, and I'll show you some of that. Thanks again for coming, and I hope you stop back again. Take care. I'll see you next time here on Jack's Tech Corner. Bye for now.